Breaking news out of California, where 7 people are unaccounted for this morning after what was a fireworks warehouse that caught fire and then exploded in Southern California last night. NBC News is reporting 7 people are unaccounted for after the blast. Upon arrival, they found a single-story commercial building with heavy fire coming from inside. Officials said the building housed a fireworks warehouse and that the cause of the blaze is under investigation, according to a representative for Zamperla Animax, which provides special effects and animatronics for the entertainment industry. One of their employees rented space in the warehouse to store fireworks. Zamperla Animax rents warehouse space at the corner of 605 OS Eastern Avenue. One of our employees also stores fireworks in this building. This was a highly populated area. Homes are very close together. These things should not be allowed to be stored in residential areas. Obviously, fireworks are dangerous. And when they're stored improperly, they can lead to situations like we see here. So my thoughts and prayers go out to all of the victims involved, especially during this 4th of July week. It's terrible timing and a terrible tragedy. Thankfully, it does not appear that anyone in the surrounding homes was injured. But again, the owner of the fireworks warehouse, who was a father, I believe, and his son were inside. And then there were 2 other families who were also storing fireworks inside. So at least 3 people we know were inside. And then there are 4 others who have not been accounted for. So it is unclear if they were inside at the time or if they were just visiting or what the relationship is to the owners of the warehouse. But the fire department is going to be working to try to determine that and identify the victims who have not been identified at this point. Last night, our employee began moving the fireworks to a new storage location. He was able to get all of his family members out of the warehouse safely. If you have any thoughts or prayers, please leave them in the comments section below. And I will keep you updated as I learn more. Thank you for watching. However, 2 other families who also stored fireworks in the building have not been able to account for all of their members. So this is clearly a tragedy. And my heart goes out to the families that are involved here. You can see the images of the devastation left behind this morning in Montebello, California. The employee was in the process of moving the fireworks to a new storage location when the fire began, according to the company representative. But we do know that fireworks were being stored in this warehouse, and that oftentimes those fireworks are illegal, because there are laws in California that make it illegal to store fireworks. In fact, it's illegal to store fireworks in most states. You can set them off for celebrations, but you can't store them. This oftentimes leads to situations like we see here. People who are storing these fireworks illegally, whether they're doing something wrong with the fireworks, whether they're using them, trying to use them, whatever the situation might be, and then all of a sudden they catch fire and explode. We've seen this happen multiple times across the country. But again, this is devastating. The employee who started the move was able to get all of his family members out of the warehouse safely, but there were 2 other families that were storing fireworks in the building, and they have not been able to account for everybody that was inside. Video from the scene showed a massive plume of smoke rising above the buildings in the surrounding area. The intense fire also caused several explosions. NBC News has reached out to the Los Angeles County Fire Department for more information, but have not heard back. So again, this is very early in the investigation. Their identities have not been released yet. But again, they are saying 7 people were working there. It was a family-owned business and operated business that had apparently some issues with their fireworks. They started to go up in flames, and then it led to an explosion. Fire officials say that the building is pretty much a total loss. And right now, they're still searching to see if there are any other victims inside. NBC News is reporting firefighters responded to reports of a structure fire around 7:30 p.m. Tuesday in the unincorporated area of Montebello. It's just southeast of downtown Los Angeles. A neighbor told KTLA that he saw several people running from the direction of the fire. The man who did not want to be identified said he looked outside after hearing a series of bangs. I saw some people running away from the direction of the fireworks place. I didn't see anybody on fire, but they were running, he said. Then I saw the flames were getting higher and higher and there was smoke everywhere, he continued. It was just a big explosion. It sounded like an earthquake. It shook the house pretty good. A woman who lives behind the warehouse told KTTV that she felt the explosion in her home. I was in my living room, and it literally shook my whole house, she said. I thought somebody had crashed into my house. She went on to describe the scene afterwards. There's debris all over the ground, lots of sparks flying around, several small fires in the grass. There are fireworks going off intermittently, maybe every 10 minutes or so, probably about 15 minutes after the main explosion. KTLA reported that the owner of the warehouse was in the process of transferring the fireworks to another location when the fire began. So I'm going to read you the statement here. As the fire department continues its investigation, we will likely learn more about how the fire started. And if you look at the images here, you could see all of the homes surrounding this area. But this is a terrible tragedy. Again, you can see the homes are very close together. If you have any information, please contact the authorities.